As a commitment to customer service, this call may be monitored or recorded. If you are a dealer or a
So
financial
we are
institution, please press
out
1.
of court.
We have
The
automatically
lawsuit
found your
has
account.
been
To
filed.
verify your identity, please enter the last 4 digits of your social security number. Thank you. Your identity has now been verified. All representatives are still busy. Please hold while your call is being transferred to the next available representative. Credit acceptance compliance team, this is Caprice. I may help you.
Yes, I'm calling about GLE 350. I informed credit acceptance of the pending lawsuit that I actually have what on my way to file now. So I don't want to talk about anything legal. I just want to see what the remaining balance, because I was actually trying to print off the payment history, um, as far as my attachments for, for the judge to see. And I'm not able to print off my payment history or the payments I made. And I was also trying to get the remaining balance feature for the print off as well. But I'm unable to see the remaining balance. It says NA. So those are the only questions I have. Just the remaining balance and NA status, the payoff history, payment information unavailable. So I'm just trying to see if what's the reason behind that, because I did send a detailed email to operations, and it seems like since Saturday I'm being routed to compliance and not just speaking to the regular representative, which is okay. So those it. You could provide it for me. That'd
Okay.
be good.
So who am I speaking with?
Lamont Thomas.
All right. And Mr. Thomas, just for security on the account,
Yeah.
can I have your date of birth and the zip code we have on file? All right. Is that
Yes.
still the best number, or do you want to update that?
That's the best number.
All right. Thank you so much for that information. And let's see here. The reason that you're not able to access the information through our customer portal is because of the email that we
Right.
or letter that we
Right.
received from
Right.
you.
Right.
That was actually escalated to our compliance team. So whenever we have, an issue or we're
Right.
investigating something, we place everything on hold.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
But what I can do is I can actually email you a copy of your payment history if that's what you are
Yeah.
looking
Yeah. That's
for.
cool. Yeah. Just the payment history. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's cool.
Okay. Give me just one moment here.
All
Let me
right.
get that up here.
All right.
Okay, I'm almost wasted, and my drip is on the spaceship. One more sip, yes, I can taste it. Come to my exact location. I'm so tired of my probation, doing time forever.
Commitment to customer service. This call may be monitored or recorded. If you are a dealer or a
So
financial
we are
institution, please press
out
1.
of court.
We have
The
automatically
lawsuit
found your
has
account.
been
To
filed.
verify your identity, please enter the last 4 digits of your social security number. Thank you. Your identity has now been verified. All representatives are still busy. Please hold while your call is being transferred to the next available representative. Credit acceptance compliance team, this is Caprice. I may help you.
Yes. I'm calling about GLE 350. I informed credit acceptance of the pending lawsuit that I actually have what on my way to file now. So I don't want to talk about anything legal. I just want to see what the remaining balance, because I was actually trying to print off the payment history, um, as far as my attachments for, for the judge to see. And I'm not able to print off my payment history or the payments I made. And I was also trying to get the remaining balance feature for the print off as well. But I'm unable to see the remaining balance. It says NA. NA. So those are the only questions I have. Just the remaining balance in NA status, the payoff history, payment information unavailable. So I'm just trying to see if what's the reason behind that, because I did send a detailed email to operations, and it seems like since Saturday I'm being routed to compliance and not just speaking to the regular representative, which is okay. So those it. You could provide it for me. That'd
Okay.
be good.
So who am I speaking with?
Lamont Thomas.
All right. And Mr. Thomas, just for security on the account, can
Yeah.
I have your date of birth and the zip code we have on file? All right. Is that
That's
still the best number, or do you want to update that?
that's the best number.
All right. Thank you so much for that information. And let's see here. The reason that you're not able to access the information through our customer portal is because of the email that we
Right.
or letter that we
Right.
received from
Right.
you.
Right.
That was actually escalated to our compliance team. So whenever we have, an issue or we're
Right.
investigating something, we place everything on hold.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
But what I can do is I can actually email you a copy of your payment history if that's what you are
Yeah.
looking
Yeah. That's
for.
cool. Yeah. Just the payment history. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's cool.
Okay. Give me just one moment here.
All
Let me
right.
get that up here.
Okay, I'm almost wasted, and my drip is on the spaceship. One more sip, yes, I can taste it. Come to my exact location. I'm so tired of my probation, doing time forever.
You're rocking with the best.
What's up,
You're
Empire?
rocking with the best.
What's up, y'all?
You're rocking with the best.
YouTube got a vicious shadow campaign out on me, y'all. I reapplied yesterday, to get people their memberships and stuff back, because I got a whole lot of pre-recorded videos I haven't released yet. So as soon as I did that, I noticed that like 10 or 15 clips or reactions I did to these gurus, they started just taking them down after I applied. So you know what the problem is? You know what the problem? I mean, I am going to appeal. I think a lot of these, y'all know the ones I've covered. I believe that they reported my channel to YouTube. When I broke down their webinars they posted and did my reactions to it, I think they wouldn't report it, because all the shorts that were taken down were from the ones that I reacted to. Find that very interesting. It don't make me no man. I don't. It's educational purpose anyway. I don't really be counting like, yo, YouTube check, I need that. Fuck no. But if I was to go full-fledged content creator style, then I'll probably get a studio, get all the equipment. I can get all that, but it's not my thing. I don't have the time to sit here for hours and hours and hours. I don't know. It's just maybe just not my thing. We have a reaction video today. And I hope the brother Tay Lotto, what's his name on TikTok? I think his name is Tay Lotto. And I actually, the brother Tay Lotto. I actually have no issues with the brother. I really have no issues with the brother. I think he's on. He does a lot of credit score stuff, credit repair. I think he's moved on to the credit score and stuff. I got no issues with whatever. I've seen a few of his channels, videos.
He's reacted to, I mean, he's a few, you know, liked a few of his videos. He's liked a few of my videos, so I don't really have no issues with him. And this reaction ain't really about him. It's really not really about him. It's about a lot of other people that actually believe in this stuff. And I think that, I mean, I think he's probably moved on from this phase, but I'm highlighting the underlining message in everything. Of course, it's going to be brought to you by the original. Links will be in the bio. The podcast was, y'all, this look a little weird, do it. I guess. What's his name? JT for Pocket Watcher. JT is very funny, by the way. Let me do it like this. Or some shit. I guess this is cool. Nah, because I need the screen up. So before we get to that, for my car drives. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, they said they redid their policy. They strict as shit. He said losing their shit. They huddled up. That compliance department is on fire right now. Snucking on an early break. Amazing work always. See, hey, listen, man. I told you, this channel's for the 1%. Channel ain't for the 99%. Because if the channel's for the 99%, the wealth gap will be decreasing. More, yeah, it's the system is set up like this for a reason, where only the select few will ever get their remedy. It's not set up just because you come broadcast. Hey, I got the remedy. Everybody, come over here. This one document for 500,000, y'all gonna get the same results. It doesn't work like that. It's set up on a case-by-case basis. So, and one thing about it, I'm so self-sufficient in real life that I don't need to pan. I don't need to do that because I'm gonna be good regardless. Been good. Going on 4 years. I ain't fall off in 4 years yet. So I think if I was catering to the low-hanging fruit, if I was catering to the low-hanging fruit, then they probably like, you know, I know they don't like seeing shit like that. I know they don't like seeing shit like that. I know they don't like it. Said they call me racist, so I went and got the white one. I know they don't like seeing shit like that. Most people, when they see that right there, they click out. Because most people are still stuck in a consumer materialistic things, and they only measure the value of basically what they can get out of you immediately. And most people want to use these processes just on a materialistic basis anyway. They don't really want to understand the game to further their financial futures. It's all for the immediate, buy something now. As you can see, I don't even promote, hey, join. Hold on, let me see. I don't do this. Join my class because I'll show you how to get this for free. I don't promote that. And most teachers would have been like, yo, you want to pull off the lot with this for free? Come join my class. And everybody like, huh, free. I want to go get it. Yeah, it's something to have. Nah, it's totally separate. Now, the one on the left, the black one, that's in question right now. I couldn't even make a payment right now, even if I wanted to.
You're rocking with the best.
I couldn't tell you the remaining balance right now, even if I wanted to. There is not a past due on the account. There's no late payments as of right now on the account. And granted, let me tell you this. I have not made a payment since July 1st because I told them that all future payments from this last day, I told y'all, I'm going to show one last act of good faith. I'm going to make a payment today, but all future payments are going to be made to the court. So I took the rest of July's payment in August and deposited that in the court yesterday. I talked to the clerk. I said, hey, these are my payments on it. So is there any way that y'all can, like, you could let the judge know, like, I'm just putting it like in the court's hands to decide? She said, yeah. We'll deposit for you. We'll make it on an account. The judge will know why you did it. And if you can see, there's no past due. Real time. See that remaining balance? Still NA. There's no past due. Right there. It's the last payment I made July 1st. You see that? It's July 1st. You don't see no past due. Remaining balance. Told you I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. That shit got escalated to the compliance team. And if you can see right now, payment history, payment information unavailable. Payment information unavailable. Click on for more details. Unavailable. They canceled the auto pay. I didn't cancel it. Actually, I forgot about it. They canceled the auto pay. This is real life. This you go right here, and this is the only information. Request a payoff quote. Unavailable. Real life. No, somebody else from a couple days ago. Real update. Like I said, I do this shit in real life. And that's the difference between me and other people. They don't even believe in the shit that they do. Stuff that they teach, they don't believe in it. Because if they actually believe in it, they wouldn't be blood sucking trying to get pennies and dollars out of everybody. Ain't nothing like that feeling. You got people who you truly fuck with winning. Hell, seeing people winning junior is a great feeling, highly motivated. Only weirdos be hating.
You're rocking with the best.
That's a fact. And I don't give a shit about National Hot Dog Day. So stop sending me messages. But you know what's so crazy, bro? I was out and I stopped by this restaurant because it's like a bar lounge. And it was this guy. He couldn't have been no more than, if I had to just guess, probably about 45. That's still relatively young. And that motherfucker had the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. The Cullinan. It's like a $500,000 car. Me personally, I'm not even getting a Cullinan unless I'm in the $1 million home. Nah. If I'm in a Cullinan, you best believe I'm in a multi-million-dollar home. A Cullinan right now, even if I had $500,000 cash, I would not go get a Cullinan. Hell nah. Hell nah. So he got enough to get a Cullinan. He doing that motherfucker. And I walked up to him, I said, damn, bro, that shit nice, man. I said, yo, please. I said, can I at least sit in it? He's like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I said, yeah, man, it's one of my favorite cars. I said, yo, can I just sit in it? Like, yeah, can I take a picture in it? He's like, go ahead. So he came on the other side, like, look, this is how I go. Look, put your hands here. Like, bro, that shit sensors to your hands and it hold it there. It regulates the car temperature based on your body temperature. Bruh. Yo. I got the pictures, but I ain't gonna post it. I'm gonna make a caption like, but I ain't posting because I ain't mine. But I took, yo. I looked over my bins. I'm like, yeah, there's levels to this shit.
You're rocking with the best.
And I was like, yo, there's levels to this shit. Yeah, it's a handoff car. I got to rent the Spectra or whatever the electric one is. Yeah, bro, that Cullinan, yo. I said, bro, do you even drive this? He was like, sometimes, but normally I got a driver. Because I was like, yo, if you got a Cullinan, you don't drive it. You sit in the back. You got a driver, right? Yeah, I was like, bro, I wouldn't even want to get the wheels dirty. Yeah, I wouldn't even want to get the wheels dirty. Bro, I wouldn't even want to drive. I just want to just look at it and just sit in it. Fuck no. And those cars never depreciate. How much is it for 2015 Rolls-Royce Cullinan? I don't even think they made them in 2015. Okay, 2018, there's no 15 model. So they came out in 2018. You know how much? Do you know how much it is? $325,000. It's usually a $500,000, $400,000, $500,000 car. It's 300. Yeah, 2018. Yeah, it's 300. It's 325,000. That's not a drop depreciation. You see what I'm saying? You see, you get a Rolls Royce, even if you had that bitch for 5-6 years, the equity don't drop too much on that. No lower than 300K. You had that bitch for like 10-15 years. That motherfucker, and guess what? They only sell about 5,600 a year, and they still at the top of #1 gross income. They don't sell that many a year. Like, bro, everybody, including me, not everybody is walking in and copping a Rolls Royce. And if you are getting a Rolls Royce, you're leasing it. And you're just getting the new versions. I know a lot of people who got that bag, but they lease them because you want to be stuck. Okay, I buy this car 2024. I may like the 2025 version. So the high-end cars, I would shout out to Self-Made. Yes, sir. Choco, just get it. Tony in the building. The one is in the building. What's up, bro? You got the black on. You got the double caddies. You got the GNC and the caddy. That GNC looks sick too. You know what's another joint that look good? That motherfucking Wagoneer. The all black on black edition. I was in it the other day. I say, damn. Because I ain't really a Jeep guy, but that Wagoneer, I said, the big boy, I said, whoa. Yo, all these cars are upgraded, look very nice on the inside, bro. All these cars are stepping up. Bro, I seen some cars that look better than the Mercedes-Benz on the inside. Facts. All these shits look good now. Like the Escalade, all them motherfuckers look good now. So that Wagoneer, yes, bro, that Wagoneer is sick. I was thinking about him like, shit, make you want to turn my truck in and get this. Facts with the black on black. Okay, so basically the whole point of what I'm saying is that everybody, there's nothing wrong with living within your means. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable. Even if you barely got money left over the month, if all your bills are paid monthly, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, we got to start. Now, I know we want to be great, so we can't do things what everybody, the normal people do, and we're going to have to take that next step. But on your journey until you're in a position, telling you, do not look at what the next person has more than you and then, like, start looking at your situation crazy. No, bro, because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell y'all this. I know it sounds correct, you know, bro, it's just a vehicle, bro. It's just a possession. I don't give a damn if you got a Bentley, a Bugatti, a Lamborghini, a McLaren, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Rolls-Royce, at some point to you, it's just going to be another car. It's just going to be a vehicle. At some point, yeah, that new Infinity truck is nice. At some point, it's just going to be a vehicle. It's going to lose that, oh shit, I got a new, that's going to fade. That's going to fade sooner or later. I'm telling you, it may not seem like it is. You get a brand new AMG 63 or the G-Wagon, and you have that vehicle for a year. How you feel about that vehicle from the day you got it, from the time to a year later, is going to change. At some point, it's just going to be a vehicle. It's just going to be a vehicle. House, it's just going to be a house. Most people that got these big ass houses don't even get a chance to enjoy it like that because they out in the world. They got to work to maintain it. So be happy, and like it's going to get you from point A to point B. Be happy with what you got. Don't look on social media. Don't look around with everybody else's standards. You set your own standards for you based on your realistic goals and your anticipated outcomes, and not what anyone else tells you what they should be. That's when you fall into the trap. And if most people that were doing these processes, into these spaces, did not have that linger in the back of their mind, they will be way more realistic with the stuff that they do, because a lot of people are doing these processes just to get over the hump. Understandably so, but once you dig deep and understand, you'll realize that just getting over the hump, that's not even your main goal anymore. You can literally navigate with this shit. Now, here's the thing. Now, look at my situation. Look at my situation. I have not physically made a payment to Credit Acceptance since July 1st. Although, caveat, I did take the rest of July and August and deposit that into the court yesterday. Cool. But I did not make a payment to them. And here's the thing. Context matters. The only reason why I did not make a payment because I was ready to file the lawsuit and argue. And I can prove from a legal standpoint why I legally withheld the payments. Not from what I think, oh, they did fraud to me, so I'm not going to pay. There has to be a legal reason. And under the legal reasoning that I use, the obligation was already set off based on the accounting mandates, based on the actions that they took. So even in the case of a default, I can prove in a court of law that the account was already set off, or should have been deemed set off. And in fact, it was already set off by them. That's the difference between not paying and not really knowing how to articulate the legal reasoning for withholding. Here's the thing. It cannot be an equitable reason for withholding, because when it's an equitable side, you have to recoup the payments that you made. When it's a legal reason why you withheld, that's different. You have to follow the legal standards. So a lot of people are equitably withholding the payments to these companies, not knowing that you have to have a legal reason to withhold. In equity, you're recouping the overpayments that you made because you were not entitled to, or you deserve some form of restitution under the principles of equity. This is why when you go into the federal courts, we are invoking federal common law, because federal common law and equity has been merged together. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So it's a difference. I am by all means that you don't care how you ride. That's a fact, bro. I to be honest with you, I can care less about my trucks. I mean, of course I care, but it's just a truck to me. It's just a regular vehicle. I don't give a shit about it. It ain't the fucking top line of the world. But that's one thing. Like I tell people, you don't ever want to stop paying before you can fully understand and how to articulate it, because there are serious repercussions for not paying. You already know how it goes. The last thing I want to see people in is rushing to stop paying without really knowing how to enforce their rights. I would tell you this. Once you decide that you're not going to pay anymore, you need to be prepared to go straight to court next. Not no back and forth administrative with them. Be prepared You're not paying? Okay, within that next 30 days, you need to be prepared to go to court. Don't sit back and wait on it. You need to be ready to move fast if you're not going to pay. And I understand why you actually don't have to pay. But this is the thing. This is the thing. That understanding is what a lot of people who stop don't have. So it's a slippery slope. I don't want to see people buried out back because of this goofy stuff. And as y'all can see with my own situation, I bring the things to you real life. I never advocate for any type of course of action or anything that I'm not doing myself. There's not a separate process for me and then a process I'm going to do for y'all. Everything I would do for you, I'm doing the same things myself. So just like I don't want to submit some crazy shit on my behalf, I'm not going to submit no crazy shit on your behalf. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pay extra care to others because I know most people that come to me don't really know how to, you could play around in that gray area a little bit because you have a deep understanding of the law. Most people don't. So the margin of error shrinks. Me, I can play around with some shit because the underlying understanding, like I know how to fight and defend. And I don't mind going back and forth with these motherfuckers for 4 years. So that's the thing about me. I don't ever go away. I keep coming. Most people are not in that mindset, not in that headspace to have that situation. So even if it ain't me, if you're going to reach out for someone to help you, the first thing you need to do is be honest with the outcomes that you want, regardless if you don't even know how to get them. I tell people all this. What are the outcomes that you want? Don't tell me what you want to hear. Be straight up. What are the outcomes that you don't want? Man, I just don't want to pay anymore, man. The bill's kicking my ass. Cool. Okay. But you see, you got to be honest with yourself. I understand. But when people come with the, well, I want generational wealth and that, no, just say it, man. I'm tired of paying these motherfuckers all this extra interest. Who is? I get it. They spanking you left and right with the excess interest. So I get that. So what we do is, okay, you're tired of paying on the contract. Okay, what's the best position that I and my team can put you in so you can now have a legal reason not to pay? And that is what we have uncovered. And of course, if y'all been following me, got the professionals on the team that have stamped it. And I'm not saying, well, in this case, I can actually say this is causation.
The commitment to customer service. This call may be monitored or recorded. If you are a dealer or a financial institution, please press 1.
Of court.
We have automatically found your account. To verify your identity, please enter the last 4 digits of your social security number. Thank you. Your identity has now been verified. All representatives are still busy. Please hold while your call is being transferred to the next available representative.
Now, if you notice, when I normally call, like months ago, I'll just talk to the regular representative team. And then if it needs to go up to escalations or that's compliance, they'll transfer the call. See, I never could ever just get straight through compliance now. I mean, back then. It was always talk to the representative, depending on the nature of the call or the concerns you have, then they'll transfer you up. Ever since last Monday, now when I call, listen who answers.
Credit acceptance compliance team. This is
straight to the compliance team. Straight to the compliance team.
You're rocking with the best.
Straight to the compliance team. You want to know why people get routed straight to the compliance team? Because the compliance team, that's on the legal side. So they know what to say and what not to say over the phone. The regular representatives, they may say something that may come back and hurt credit acceptance in court. Just like I sent them copies of the video of I had, remember, it's on my channel with credit acceptance, the lady. I sent them a copy of the key parts. Notice that though, I'm straight to compliance now. I find that very interesting.
Caprice, I may help you.
Yes, I'm calling about GLE 350. I informed credit acceptance of the pending lawsuit that I actually have on my way to file now. So I don't want to talk about anything legal. I just want to see what the remaining balance, because I was actually trying to print off the payment history, as far as my attachments for, for the judge to see. And I'm not able to print off my payment history or the payments I made. And I was also trying to get the remaining balance feature for the print off as well. But I'm unable to see the remaining balance. It says NA. So those are the only questions I have. Just the remaining balance and NA status, the payoff history, payment information unavailable. So I'm just trying to see if what's the reason behind that, because I did send a detailed email to operations, and it seems like since Saturday I'm being routed to compliance and not just speaking to the regular representative, which is okay. So those it. You could provide it for me. That'd
Okay.
be good.
So who am I speaking with?
Lamont Thomas.
All right. And Mr. Thomas, just for security on the account,
Yeah.
can I have your date of birth and the zip code we have on file? All right. Is that
Yes.
still the best number, or do you want to update that?
No, that's the best number.
All right. Thank you so much for that information. And let's see here. The reason that you're not able to access the information through our customer portal is because of the email that we
Right.
or letter that we
Right.
received
Right.
from you.
Right.
That was actually escalated to our compliance team. So whenever we have, an issue or we're
Right.
investigating something, we place everything on hold.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
But what I can do is I can actually email you a copy of your payment history if that's what you are looking
Yeah, that's
for.
cool. Yeah, just the payment history. That's perfect. That's cool.
Okay. Give me just one moment here. Let
All
me
right.
get that up here.
Okay, I'm almost wasted, and my drip is on the spaceship. One more.
But I tried to download that payment history, and normally it comes in a PDF. I usually can get it on the app, but as you can see, payment information available. But I usually, when they send it, they just send the actual printout from the app. This lady sends me. Let me see if let me show you what she sends me. I was like, what the hell is this? This is what she sends me. Let me show you what she sent me. I just sent it to my email. Let me show you what this lady sends me. I thought this was the craziest. Look, this is what she sends me. I couldn't even open it on my phone. I couldn't do nothing. Look, she didn't even send a PDF. Look, what is this? When I open it, this is what it is. Input type, hidden, message 17, value. Look, all this decoded stuff. Type, hidden, message 18. Input type, 19, hidden. What look, y'all see this? What it's like some decoded message 28 messages. Input type hidden. What the hell is hidden? Look. Right here. It says hidden. Value. Look at these decodes. I'm gonna send this to the SEC lawyer and my homie, see if they could decode with this. Input type hidden, message 13. What is this? What is this? No, this is what I got. Y'all see it? Y'all ain't see it? Hold on, I'm about to show you. Watch this. Y'all ain't see it? Look at this shit. Hidden. This is supposed to be the payment history. Last year when they sent it, it was just regular. I could see the payment date, the interest. Look, this is what I actually got. And every other time I asked for it, they send a PDF fast. This is what they send me. This is what she sends me. Y'all see that? That's what she sends me. That is exactly what she sends me. I didn't even call back. Click to view message, nothing here. Nothing. Any other time it's PDF. Another thing that I found interesting was, see, this isn't the first time I brought up some claims. This ain't the first time. This ain't the first time. Now, last time I brought up a claim, they responded. They responded about 3 months later. But during the 3 months it took them to actually respond, they never did anything with my account. I still made the payments on time for those 3 months. I did everything. Now think about it. She said the reason why we put everything on hold, stopped everything, is to investigate the matter. But y'all investigated this last year in March. And I didn't send them every single thing. Now, this time I sent the whole arsenal at them. I didn't send them every single thing last time. But during this time, nothing on my account was on hold. Nothing on my account was on hold. Payments were still showing up, auto pay, remaining back. That was still clear. So why you put everything on hold this time when you didn't do it last time when it's on hold? Why you ain't put everything on hold when you first time when you did this?
You're rocking with the best.
Now everything is on hold. We have reviewed the allegation in your letter and reference and determined that they are inapplicable. And the same correspondence I sent to them is a part of my attachment in my lawsuit I filed yesterday. You sure they're inapplicable now? Because all I did was add it on to the first letter. You sure they're still inapplicable? We also reviewed the details of your account and found no concerns with the retail installment contract you entered into with SNG LLC that was signed to credit acceptance. Nope, that's the problem right there. And I laid it all out in the lawsuit. I didn't enter into a contract with them. The dealership and y'all had an agreement. The contract was you and the dealership. It's not even listed as a consumer loan on your balance sheet. And that was assigned to you. Oh, so you're trying to get this, I'm the assignee of the contract. No, you controlled the whole thing. You originated it, and I broke through the dealership as you trying to be your straw man to indirectly lend to me. To be clear, you signed a contract to finance the purchase of a vehicle. Duh! Not to attain a credit, and your account does not involve an open-end credit plan. Duh! Oh my gosh. Thank you. You're proving my point. Because if it was a credit card and an open-ended credit plan, I would have no claim. Duh. To finance the purchase of a vehicle. Duh. You are exposing yourself. Duh. Duh. Means you have to be licensed in the Commonwealth of Virginia to be a finance company. Duh. Duh. As you'll see in the entitled Truth to Lending Disclosures, you finance $22,702 at 23.9% interest. This interest rate is lawful in your state. Oh, it's lawful in my state. Okay. It's lawful in my state. Oh, it's lawful in my state? Except the otherwise provided by law, no contract shall be made for the payment of interest on the loan at a rate that exceeds 12% per year. $23.99%. This interest rate is lawful in your state. Maybe I'm reading something wrong. No contract made for the payment of interest on a loan at a rate that exceeds 12% per year. The interest rate is lawful in your state, and by signing the attached credit card, you confirm your opportunity to negotiate the APR with the dealership before signing the contract. That's the smoke screen. There was no negotiation because the dealer never loaned me nothing. Y'all gave the advance to the dealer. You didn't give me no advance. At least that's how you're reporting it on your balance sheet. Actually, per your own words, it's not considered to be loans to consumer, rather reflects a loan to the dealer. So who am I negotiating? Oh my God. When I went back and found this in my archives, I was like, thank you. Part of the attachment. You asked us to complete and return a 1099 OID. You notice they knew I was right on that. Oh, you got to report that. That good old finance. Yeah, you got to report that. Please rest assured that we do not need to complete this form in order for you to meet your obligations. Oh, no. But you have to report it under federal tax. Oh, and this is why. So, and this is why that shit was put on hold. Scalped them. And I used their own letter they sent to me last year. Like, y'all know do y'all not realize y'all proving my point? Your whole letter proves my point. Duh, it's not a credit card. Duh, it's not an open end. It's a finance. Duh. When I read that, I was like, oh my God. Thank you. But last year, when y'all sent me that letter, the whole 3 months it took for you to respond to me, you never put my account on hold. The remaining balance never said not applicable. Why you do it now? Why you do it now? All right, y'all, let's get to it. This is Tay Lotto Pocket Watch It. This is hey, I'm just here to react. Y'all pocket watch it with JT. Got some good shit. Good shit.
This is Pocket Watching with JT, the call-in financial talk show focused on helping you get your money right. Jason Thornton is a certified financial planner, licensed in both tax and investments. Now, this is not personal financial advice. This is JT's real reaction to all your money and business questions. Are you deep in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and looking for a way out? Call Pocket Watching with JT, the financial advisor for the people. Need more? Book your personal consultation with my man JT at pocketwatcher.net. Now, let's go pocket watching.
Pocket Watchers, welcome to Pocket Watching with JT. I am certified financial planner Jason Thornton. I am a financial advisor that specializes in tax and wealth planning for my clients. But on YouTube, I react to your money questions, bad financial advice, and scammer news. So listen, normally we do not do shows on Saturday nights, but I got called out. Someone wanted to go live with the Pocket Watchers. So here we are. Big shout out to the over 77,000 of you who've hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Thank you. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. share this content that helps us grow. All right. So let's kind of talk about how we got here. Right. Let's have a conversation. How did we get here? Why is JT doing a live on a day that he normally does not do a live? Good question. So I did a show yesterday where I voiced my frustration at World Star Hip Hop. I was kind of upset at World Star Hip Hop because they continue to run ads from a particular person who, in my opinion, is absolutely running what I would consider a scam, a grift. And I always talk about how these platforms, they have, and I put myself in there, we have a responsibility to our audiences, right? If we champion a particular business or person or brand, if we promote it and it turns out to be something that is fraudulent or scammy, deceptive, harmful to our audience, we have to make sure we do the responsible thing, take accountability, and try to fix whatever messed up, right? And I feel as if World Star Hip Hop is being grossly negligent by allowing these ads to run on their platform. To the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So after doing that show yesterday, one of the subjects of the show, the particular person who is running these ads, he goes by the name of Tay Lotto. Tay Lotto went to the comments and said he wants to go live. I'll bring it up to the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So I did the show yesterday, and Tay Lotto, as you can see, Tay Lotto says, let's do a live tonight. And being the petty financial advisor that you guys know that I am, of course, I responded with, okay, what's your email? I'll send the link. Listen, I'm not running away from any type of conversation. You want to have a conversation? Let's have a conversation. I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. So I extended the invitation. Of course, we corresponded back and forth on Instagram. They got the link. They promoted and said, "Hey, we're not running away from the Pocket Watcher." I believe they called me broke. I believe that was in the comment too. We're not running away from the Pocket Watcher. And somewhere in.
Here's another thing. When a person is the subject of this situation, in any one of them, any response to any assertions that they're making about what you're teaching and the accuracy of the information, any response with "I got money," it kind of is like, I'm not broke. That has nothing to do with what you're teaching, though. It's the only, keep it confined to the message you're putting out, and what you're teaching has nothing to do with your income, has nothing to do with your money. It's solely on what you are teaching. Good afternoon, beautiful. Has nothing to do with nothing but what you're teaching. So by that being a default by a lot of these people, it's kind of pointless if you ask me.
They call the Pocket Watcher broke. Okay. But then they accepted the invitation. Let me say this. Regardless of how I think or what I say about a person and their presentation of financial information, let's say that. Regardless of how I think, if they're a good representation of what real financial advice is and what being a fiduciary and taking care of your clients' ears, regardless of what I say about that. Anyone who's willing to come to my show and answer questions from me, they have a level of my respect.
Yeah.
Flat out. I don't care what they did before they came on the show.
Yeah.
If they're willing to stand up before the pocket watching army and take my questions, you got a level of my respect.
Because they do be ducking. They don't want it. They be ducking. And y'all got to understand JT's perspective. He got his degrees. He's a licensed financial planner. So everything that he's going to look at it is kind of the way I look at it. Practical law. What do the rules say? What does the regulation say? What the instructions say? And I need to make sure I stay within the confines of what the set standard is, not what I believe it to be. So me and JT, so I understand a lot of people are like, oh, he come from that institutional schooling system. No, it's the rules, regulations, and that's the only thing that's going to govern his actions. So I understand what JT, how he views these things. It's from a practical, logical point of view, which I think everybody should view this stuff.
So hats off to Tay Lotto and Credit Fin, I believe the sister's name is Credit Fin, for accepting the invitation. Now I will say nobody's in the back room right now, so maybe they're a little late. Maybe they're a little late. I'm not gonna say they're running. I'm gonna say they might be a little late. They're busy people. They accepted the invitation. They made a post, said that they were gonna be here. So I'm just gonna trust that they're gonna pop up sooner or later. But let's continue to recap of exactly how we got here. And just let you know, you see the number up here. The phone lines are open. Give me a second to finish opening up the show, but you can absolutely give me a call. Phone lines are open. 515-602-9778. That's 515-602-9778. Big shouts out to, let me see, Kamar T's in the building, says, good night, JT. Thanks for continuing to educate the community hip hop for running these particular ads. And Tay Lotto here.
So basically, he kind of had a grievance with hip hop, World Star Hip Hop, for running the ads put out by Tay Lotto and his credit repair team. And JT thinks that the information he's putting out is inaccurate, and we're going to judge the information for ourselves of what he's saying, not so much of how much money he got, what moves he making. We're going to keep this solely on the information itself.
Hit me up, said, let's do a live tonight, and they are here, so I'm gonna bring them up in 1 second, but I just want to show you the ad, right? As you see, World Star Hip Hop, they run a disclaimer talking about how they don't, make any type of representations as to the accuracy of what's advertised. If you know me.
Now, here's the thing. Be 100% honest with you. Oh, shit. Be 100% honest with you. Showing money is not evidence that what your method say works. It's no evidence at all. It's no evidence at all. Depending on what you're talking about, it does not validate. It all depends on what the context. I can take out $25,000 and say, hey, I got this out my secret trust account. Come take my class. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't, I'm just saying it doesn't, like money, it should not be a motivating factor for a lot of people to jump on stuff. Understand the context, do your research, make sure that you can match what's being said back to a reliable source.
That's not enough. You can't cop out and say, oh, I'm going to take money from a person and I'm going to promote them regardless of the accuracy of what they're saying, regardless of if this information could be harmful. Hey, I'm just taking the bag. You can't do that. You just can't do that. So to remind you guys and let you know exactly what I'm talking about, let's just take a moment here Take a
to the trust. And
hold on. Take a moment here to see the actual ads that this particular person, Taylotto, Creditfin, these are the type of ads that I've seen on Instagram, right? So let's take a look at this, and then I will bring them up and allow them to properly introduce themselves.
Listen, this what these lame-ass rappers and fake-ass satanic celebrities won't tell you how to never pay a utility bill ever again. First, identify that your utility bill says remittance coupon on the backside of it.
Step 2, identify that your utility bill has a negative sign in front of the amount that is owed. And if it does not, that means your utility bill is already paid off by your trust account that you don't even know about.
Step 3, detach the bottom of the bill from its statement and endorse it just like a check.
Step 4, mail that endorsed check back to the utility bill company via certified mail and watch your utility bill balance go to zero.
So if you don't know, now you know.
Listen, motherfucker, go get that 3-day live masterclass that Taylotto and Creditfin offer. These motherfuckers and got me my dream house. Thanks, bitches. Thanks, bitches.
Get a free card using your SSN and trust account. Step 1, go to the dealership. Step 2, pick out any card that you want. Step 3, apply for the card at the dealership and make sure the bank does not charge you an illegal down payment. Step 4, after you have gotten the card, wait about 1 week and submit a 1099-A form by going to 1099online.com. And the last step is to take that 1099 copy B form and send it directly to the headquarters of the bank that gave you the loan. So if you don't know, now you know. Use your SSN and your trust account to go get a free card today. We turn a Walmart to a strip club today. Let's get it. Let's get it. We turn this shit into a strip club. I'm about to expose how child support is the biggest scam ever. Child support was once declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. And when you find a Supreme Court decision supporting your case, it's a wrap. And if you want to fact check me, it was declared unconstitutional in a Minnesota Supreme Court ruling for violating the separation of powers required by the Minnesota Constitution in Article 3, Section 1. And furthermore, child support agencies' actions are also unconstitutional, and yes, due to lack of probable cause. And you don't even have to worry about case law at all. Just quote everything that I just said, put that in a notice, and send that notice to the clerk of court. And send it to the child support agency with your case number. And make sure you notarize all those documents so they can't say this wasn't you. You can learn how to legally close your own child support case by holding the child support agency accountable to their own law. This is how to legally finesse the IRS and never pay taxes. First, you want to open a trust because the IRS says that the trustee cannot buy personal food, experiences, or fashion. But guess what? One of the levers in the trust is the fact that as the trustee, I can sell all of my personal assets to the trust. And I can do all of that when the trust is first established. Now that the trust owns everything, all of those personal expenses that I had now belongs to the trust, and I have now reduced all of my personal liabilities. And guess what? Now that the trust owns all the bullshit, it's going to use tax deferred money to pay for all of the stuff that I personally own. So remember, you want to own nothing but control everything, and you want to set up a trust and sell everything to that trust so you can own nothing but control everything. Stop the violence. Stop drinking, stop smoking, and go get some motherfucking money. I swear to God, you could be rich. You could be up here with me, but you ain't.
Pocket watchers, here we go. So those are the ads that I saw, right? That's the little funnel
How many times have I spoke on the things that you saw in that ad? All the different variations of it. How many times?
So that I went down.
But to a point, I believe Tay Lotto is more on the credit pair from what I've seen on TikTok. I think he's on credit repair side. I haven't seen any of what was in those ads. I haven't seen it on his page, but I think he is in I think he moved over to credit repair. I'm not sure, but that's from what I can see.
When looking through these ads, and hey, they're here. No more, waiting and waiting. They're here. I'm allowed them to introduce themselves. Look like they're already in a conversation, but I'm gonna bring them up. So
Mere credit.
Here we go.
Mentor.
All right.
We're
live. What's going on?
We'll get you together.
All right, we're live, baby. What's going on?
What's going on?
You about to go home.
All
We're
right,
right
so
here,
we got the
What's
truth.
going on?
We got Tay Lotto and Credit Spin.
I'm
Is that correct?
I'm always in the listen, everybody's here for me right now. Hold on. Stop talking. They don't want to hear you. Shut up. Shut up. Everybody's here for me. Shut up.
There's a delay. See, Tay, instead of hitting the link to join his live, he's responding by watching YouTube. So he's on YouTube, so you're going to see the delay.
Shut up. Hold on. They don't want to hear you. Shut up. They don't want to hear you. Everybody on
Looks like he's arguing with somebody else.
YouTube, drop your cash at. Fuck what he talking about. You don't have to tip no money. Drop your cash app right now.
I'm gonna put you on the big screen.
I'm gonna send you money. Don't send him no money.
I'll put you on the big screen. Go right ahead.
I'm sending you money. We're giving you money today. Don't send him no money. We're giving back you money. Everybody drop your cash app. I got people behind the scenes. We sending out money all motherfucking chat. The whole live stream. Let's get it.
D360.
Look, he's scared.
All right.
Damn, get your
All
ass
right,
up
let's
there.
go. Hey,
Come
so
on with the questions.
here we go.
So it's looked like somebody is arguing with him, not JT. But if I had to take a wild guess, it's probably about one of the processes or something, the disgruntled customer. You're going to get disgruntled customers. I mean, it is what it is. But once again, it's not about how much money you have. And he looks like he's doing very well for himself. It's not about how much money you have. It's about the information that you're putting out and the advice that you're giving. See, that's the key thing. I don't want y'all to lose sight. That's JT's whole thing. Because your money, my money, y'all money, it doesn't matter to me, nor should mine matter to you if you're not benefiting from it. If you're not spending it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like y'all handing me over y'all paycheck every 2 weeks. All right, just send that to you. There you Nah. Your money is your money. That has nothing to do with the information. So let's go.
Tay Lotto. So
hold on.
Tay Lotto.
$100.
Hold on.
These cash apps, we got to go faster because we're going to spend a lot of motherfucking money today. Just to,
Get Sean too.
Because you got to understand, bro. I brought my bank statements. I got them. Cash.
But once again, what does your bank statements have to do about the see that's the only part that I see is like there's no connection to your bank statement based on the information you teach. Like, what are you saying? What's in the bank statement? Did it come directly from the secret treasury trust account? Because if it didn't, remember, so many gurus put their foots in their mouths when they start pushing this secret trust account, pay your bills. You don't have to pay your bills with money. Get lit off a secret government trust account based on your BC and Social Security. People are going when you are putting a microscope on you, because if you're saying there's these 100 millions, 100 billions in your secret treasury birth account, social security account, you are automatically reducing your receipts to a lifestyle that coincides with someone who access that secret trust fund account. You see what I'm saying? So if you're saying that access secret trust account and my lifestyle is not conducive to that secret trust account, you're going to be like, what? And let's say, for the sake of arguments, I access the secret trust account and I got access to 100 billion. Your $500, $1,000 for this course means nothing to me. I would be making major investments. So if I wanted to put somebody on, I just put them on for the sake of putting them on. I'm not going to need your $500 if I already accessed. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no need. And if you already accessed it, how about you show them how to access theirs, and then you can charge their secret trust fund account $1 million for doing so, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million for doing so. You see what I'm saying? See, it just, bank statements have nothing. It doesn't matter. It's the information. Oh, sorry.
Cash, please. Please get cash.
No personal brand. I could pull up Stripe right now.
Get forward move as well.
I need my personal brand. I only made like $100,000.
Angel Diaz. Get Angel Diaz.
Listen, I'm gonna pull up all the receipts, all the banks.
That has nothing to do with. Yeah, y'all see what I'm saying? I want to see about the secret treasury trust fund account. Now, did that money come from the secret treasury trust fund account? If it didn't, it doesn't matter.
One account, 2 Bank of America accounts,
DJ,
3 Bank of America accounts, 4 Bank of America accounts. Hold on. Don't laugh. Let's go.
All right, so here we go. Are you ready for the questions?
Hold on, I gotta put this close.
Are you ready for the questions?
72,000.
Are you ready for the questions?
From one business. This is one. Hold on. My people on live.
Congratulations. Are you ready for the question part?
Brands in 1 month. 72 racks. 1 month. This ain't a personal brand. I can't make this shit up. I will log in.
Are you ready for the question?
You name it. I got it for you, Mr. Jason Thornton. Now you can talk. Because we didn't give away money.
Once again, what does that have to do with
you said that?
Are you ready? All right, here we go.
We didn't give away money on your shit. Hold on. Give away.
Where did you learn about the secret government account?
No. We both know you're monetizing.
Where did you learn about the secret government account?
Give away some money right now. Give away some money.
Where did you learn the secret government account? Say Lotto.
Bro, it's not hard. You're making.
Okay, at this point.
Yeah, because like that's not where'd you get that? That's the question. You say you make 75,000. Cool. I gave that shit to my wife. I gave her 75. I gave her 75. She benefited 75. Threw that shit away on her. Shit ain't about nothing, bro. I'm trying to see what's up. Nah, real life. That wasn't no business income. But I want to see what's up with this information.
I'm not sure what they want me to do. I'll ask the question again. Where did you learn about the secret government trust accounts? That's what I wanted to know.
I'm ready to talk. Because we got bank statements and everything.
All right. Where did you learn about the secret government account?
It's your show. You can talk now.
I'll ask the question. Yeah. Where did you learn about the secret government account, sir? About the secret government trust account. That's what I wanted to know.
Hold on. Turn this down. That's a real great question. So actually, you sound very uneducated and ignorant.
Y'all watching the same ad I was watching?
Everybody on my live right now.
Everybody knows.
Everybody know, and I said it last night. I ain't never told nobody that, oh, there's a secret trust account, all this bullshit.
He didn't say it?
I said we cancel out debt. I tell everybody, you cannot, and I reiterated multiple times. If you ever watch me, actually watch what's coming out of my mouth, I told people, this is not a fucking account you could go in Bank of America and listen, this is what these lame-ass rappers and fake-ass satanic celebrities won't tell you. How to never pay a utility bill ever again. First, identify that your utility bill says remittance coupon on the backside of it.
Step 2, identify that your utility bill has a negative sign in front of the amount that is owed. And if it does not, that means your utility bill is already paid off by your trust account that you don't even know about.
You're rocking with the best. Bring that one back from the top.
Remittance coupon on the backside of it.
Step 2, identify that your utility bill has a negative sign in front of the amount that is owed. And if it does not, that means your utility bill is already paid off by your trust account that you don't even know about.
Step 3, detach the bottom of the...
All right, hold on. So if it's a trust account that you don't know about, by default, it's a secret account. See, when you don't know about something, it can be deemed a secret. So she said the trust account that you don't know about. So that's not a secret account.
Let him talk. Go ahead.
He got the video up.
Random. You just got that in the video. I just played the part where
She said random. Ma'am, actually, you said it. See, this. I'm lost. The video said secret or account that you didn't even know exists. Okay, that's a secret then. But am I wrong? I think that's the question JT is asking. Where did you find out about it? See, this is what I mean. It's like that was a direct question, straight out from what you put out in your ad. And now when it comes time to the answers, it's like it's always this. When it comes down to the answers, it's always you got to follow my. It's like
we talked about.
I'm so glad the Supreme Elite Team New Coach Empire, we get straight to business with real valid shit, so we don't have to worry about this. Like paying a utility bill. Like, come on, man. If you got to do a process to pay a utility bill, something is off in life that you don't even have to be worried about this stuff. Like a utility bill, like a utility bill. I mean, who would even be the audience for that? The low-hanging fruit.
The trust account that you don't know about. So silly me, I just figured by common sense, if there's a trust account with a bunch of money in it that I don't know about, I figured it was a secret. But maybe you don't call it a secret. Let me fix the question. Where did you learn about the government trust account that everyone has? I just figured by common sense, if there's a trust account with a bunch of money in it.
Bro, no, and anyone knowledgeable, literally, they bashing you on my live right now. Exactly.
Y'all, what are we missing? What are we missing? Am I missing something here? I thought I said that I saw this secret account. Like what I thought that what I heard. I mean,
I just
Look,
played
you don't know
it.
what you're talking about. Bro, anyone knowledgeable, bro, I tell people all the time, you're not going to become a sovereign citizen. I don't step behind no sovereign, not
what?
Bring that one back from the top.
But the 1099A, sending it to the IRS, sending copy B to the headquarters where you got the vehicle from. That's exactly what the sovereign citizens do. That's exactly what they was doing 2020, 2021, 2022 until it phased out because none of it worked. That's exactly what they do. You get it step by step. Does he not understand that the stuff that he said, people were trying that 40 years ago? That's old. Do you not understand what you said, bro?
sovereign citizen because people don't like that term. I don't step behind the sovereignty stuff.
That's literally what you just said.
So where did you learn about the account?
I can't hear him. Like it's
because you're not listening to the actual stream, you're listening to the actual YouTube. You should listen to the audio of the stream of the invite of the show.
Hold on. How do I hear you better?
Listen through the link that you were invited on. Don't listen through the actual device.
This was way better. Okay, he's live right here. Okay, boom. Let's go.
All right, so where did you learn about the trust accounts?
Go with your question.
Where did you learn about the trust accounts?
We didn't learn about the trust accounts. You got to understand, bro, we're doing a debt cancellation method. And I could call my people right now in front of you online that work at the utility bill company, and she gonna tell you straight up.
That's not the question. The question is, where did you learn about?
The question is, where did you learn about it from? Because these are, I know people like to think they're the first ones that come up with it, but these are old methods. I know it didn't originate from him. So, like, the question is, where did it come up from? Where did you learn it from? You didn't study this on your own because it's all that. It's the same stuff that's been passed around. So, ain't like you came to your own conclusions, but it's just like, where'd you get it from?
About the account, the trust account.
Utility bills.
Where did you learn about the trust account?
Bro, and I just told you.
You just told me. You didn't tell me anything.
We cancel out debt. We're not.
Okay, I just played the video where she talked about the trust.
So when you are canceling out a debt, first thing when people have these type of that's what they want to do. The first thing you got to ask is, okay, how are you going to cancel out a debt from a legal standpoint? You see what I'm saying? How does the debt cancel out from a legal standpoint? I'm talking about evidence on the books, evidence from the accounting mechanism. How does that, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to articulate that, because a lot of people were just doing it because they heard, oh, this is something free and I don't have to pay anymore. I'm not responsible anymore. I'm not obligated anymore. And that's the only thing they heard. But how does the actual cancellation of the debt actually works, where it's going to be recognized by the company you got the obligation through?
You're behind this method.
Where's the trust account?
There's a trust account. You're behind this method of there's a trust account that you can reach into.
That's not what I said. I just asked about the trust account. I don't care if you can reach into it, if you can.
That ain't it, bro. And if you pay me,
where did you learn about the trust account?
Show you. But you're not about to get a whole bunch of free game off me. 100%.
All I asked you is, where did you find about the trust account? Where did you learn about it?
Give me my fee, and I'll happily show you. But the way we're canceling debt on utility bills, cars.
Okay, how are you canceling the debt? Maybe that's a better question. How are you canceling the debt?
Under 2 months ago. And we have the title right now.
How are you canceling the debt?
Well, I show this shit on my webinars all the time.
Okay,
so
great.
You understand, bro.
How are you canceling the debt?
Here like, oh, I'm cat, because it's not. You gotta understand. Hold on. I got.
How are you canceling the debt?
Bank statement.
That's all I answer the simple question. How are you canceling the debt?
The question is, how are you canceling the debt? And once again, you know what? Showing a bank's, what does the bank statement have to do? What is the bank's, y'all, what is the bank statement? You work like that, debt cancellation, like what, okay, so if all right, so let's say y'all, I'm canceling debt. And then you ask me a question, I'll be like, look, man, I got bank statements. That's what. And that being evasive, you got to watch out when simple questions cannot be answered and they start to be evasive, start to try to keep pushing over to the money, there's a problem.
About a scheme using a tax form to make fraudulent purchases.
Police say a potential customer will try to make an expensive purchase using a 1099-A form. The scammer says they have a huge amount of money in a government trust, and they try to use the form like a third-party check.
Unfortunately, there are people, businesses, individuals that are falling for this, and they go out and they allow this person to use this as payment for whatever they're getting, cars, furniture, appliances, or whatever. They come back, and obviously the IRS is not going to send you a check based upon this, the bill that you send them.
According to Vaughn, businesses that fall for this will be left holding the bag. Any business encountering this situation should contact police immediately.
Hold on. I gotta take my glasses off. I ain't no rapper, bro. I've been had this.
Why is there always a reference about a rapper in consumer and finance? What does a rapper have to do with any? How old is bro? Because I'm like, he's giving me YN vibes. He got to be young. He got to.
Shit. I've been had money.
But having money, what does, brother?
I didn't ask you a question about your money. I asked you, how are you canceling the debt?
Let you know. But listen, hold on. They're here for me. Shut up. They're here for me. They don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Let's get more money away. Put your cash out.
Y'all, am I missing this? Am I missing this? Am I missing this? Am I missing this? Major deflections.
Hold on, I'm gonna give money away on my live. Put your cash outs.
Maybe I need to put in your trust account. So once again,
wait about 1 week. It's a
dream house. Thanks, bitch.
That's the bottom of the bill.
Off by your.
Let's go back.
Utility bill ever again. First, identify that your utility bill says remittance coupon on the backside of it.
Step 2, identify that your utility bill has a negative sign in front of the amount that is owed. And if it does not, that means your utility bill is already paid off by your trust account that you don't even know about.
Step 3, detach the bottom of the bill from its statement and endorse it just like a check.
Step 4, mail that endorsed check back to the utility bill company via certified mail and watch your utility bill balance go to zero.
So if you don't know, now you know.
Listen, motherfucker, go get that 3-day live masterclass that King Lotto and Credit Fear offer. These motherfuckers and got me my dream house. Thanks, bitches. Thanks, bitches.
Get a free car using your SSN and trust account. Step 1, go to the dealership. Step 2, pick out any car that you want. Step 3, apply for the car at the dealership and make sure the bank does not charge you an illegal down payment. Step 4, after you have gotten the car, wait about 1 week and submit a 1099-A form by going to 1099online.com. And the last step is to take that 1099 copy B form and send it directly to the headquarters of the bank that gave you the loan. So if you don't know, now you know. Use your SSN and your trust account to go get a free car today.
Use your SSN and your trust account. So once again, maybe you can hear me better.
Just answer the question directly, bruh. What's all this? I got money in it. Nobody cares. Congratulations. I'm not a hater. But if you're teaching it, you're advertising it, why not explain it? Like me advertising webinar. I'm going to explain you exactly what it is, what we're doing, the source it comes from, professional, IRS, everything back to black and white so you can go back and track its source. I'm not going to get evasive. What's in your webinar? Oh, it's going to be there. Oh, look. What's in your webinar? Look, man. I'm making money already. I don't need to scale. Like that has nothing to do with nothing.
Where did you learn about the trust account?
And then these people are so silly on here. They don't know that they're whole owned. Like, y'all need to understand. Hold on.
Where did you learn about the trust account, people? I mean, this is pretty simple.
I know my shit. I pop my shit.
Where did you learn about the trust account?
He's talking about.
Where did you learn? Did you study it in a school? Did you go to a seminar? Where did you learn about the trust account?
We did our research. We ain't giving you no free information.
You did your research. Okay. So who is Roger Elvick?
Uh-oh. Bank account. Who's Roger Elvick? Because what a lot of people don't know, especially in the Black community, a lot of their so-called remedies and these gurus, that's who they biting off. Roger Elvick was the one who made it popular, the Treasury Trust Fund account. Remember, it was never a code or statute where the state or government that even said anything remotely close to that. That whole Treasury Trust Fund account came about from individuals, extremists, anti-government people that had close ties to white nationalist, white supremacy groups. Roger Elvick was one of the early spearheads of this movement in the 90s. So a lot of stuff that he peddled is a lot of what especially Black people are doing today. Don't even know who you're following. That's who Roger Elvick is. Gene Keating used to work with him. Gene Keating, yes. Another sovereign citizen who lied about a lot of remedies that he got, that he never really got.
I don't even know.
Tell me who Roger Elvick is.
Who is Roger who?
Because most people, and I'm going to take it away from Tate Lotto, most people that jump out and start teaching, like Mensa and all them, they never really do their deep historic research on the roots of it. I studied this sovereign citizen stuff very intently, and it's all dead ends. And the earliest dates back to the early 80s. A lot of stuff that you see today were already done 40 years ago.
Roger Elvick. Do you know who that is?
I'm not dropping no names. Go ahead, say your statement. I don't have no problem with nobody. I don't pocket watch and hate on the next man.
Absolutely, I will. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, you don't know who it is. So let me listen. I want to be clear here, because I mean, understand a couple of things. One, I still respect them because they came up. I don't want you to think that's changed. They came up. They're not willing to answer the questions, but at least they came up. And understand a couple of things. The gentleman is young. All right. He's 23 years old. He was born around the year 2000, right? In the year 2000, I was in high school. Okay. I was in high school in 2000. I graduated in 2002. He was born in 2000. So you got to understand the dynamic here. I don't expect him to know as much as I do when it comes to what's referred to as the redemption movement. He was born in 2000. So let me educate some of y'all out there.
That makes perfectly good sense. If you didn't know who Roger Elbert, remember I said, with prominent sovereign citizen guru from the 80s through the 2000s, 1999, he popularized the redemption theory. That's who a lot of his stuff. A lot of his stuff was in the redemption theory. All this came from an individual. It was never anything from government. And here's another thing. When a lot of these individuals were getting prosecuted heavy by the government, as part of their plea, and these are in the early 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Do you know as part of their plea agreement, they had to be very truthful with their method? A lot of them were doing, and it came out in multiple plea agreements. They were so, dissatisfied with the government. It had, their dislike of the government. And a lot of them already tried to, I guess, stand up for their rights and fight the government. And, they were losing individually. So what they did was they recruited a lot of people and advertised paying your bills, paying off your debts to a lot of people as a vehicle to shoot their ideologies in the face of the courts and the system, basically saying, if I get a lot of people to start thinking, writing, typing, and saying the same things that I'm saying, maybe y'all would change. So it was never about actually any relief. They were just using the people to push their ideologies in the court or whatever, because they would get barred from the court for filing documents. They was already on the hot list. So they would, now let's say you come in for a mortgage. They was using people who actually thought they was getting mortgage help and spewing that stuff on the documents to put it back in front of them. That's crazy as hell, but that's even the ideologies of the teachers today comes from people like Roger Elbert. Even the black so-called gurus, they don't even know the origins of this. That's what makes it even more crazy.
He's promoting is what's referred to as the redemption movement. The redemption movement was actually started by this guy, Roger Elvik. Google it and you'll find out too. Now, Roger Elvik was a man who was associated with the white supremacist group, the Aryan Nation. And he's the one who codified and popularized the redemption movement of the government having secret accounts that you can use to pay off your debts. It's this guy.
And it goes to show that there was never no law that was passed. The secret government account all started with a regular individual who just had a dislike for the government.
Now, the question you should be asking yourself is, how did that work out for Roger?
Went to jail.
Roger was the guy who came up with the redemption theory, which Taylado is, in a sense, a student of his because he came up with it. If Roger came up with it, what happened to Roger? Did Roger get the multiples of millions or billions of dollars in his trust account? No, he did not. Roger ended up going to jail several times because of financial frauds that were supported, or him actually trying to activate his theory of the redemption movement. He pretty much died broke. He had no money. He could not get to this secret government account. He could not pay off his bills with the very theory he came up with. He came up with a theory, didn't work for him. All right. Okay. All right. So since he couldn't answer who Roger Elvick was or where he got the information from, my next question to him is, if he doesn't want to talk about the accounts, we'll move on to the next point that he made in the video. So let's go to the next point that he made in his video.
We turn a Walmart to a strip club today. Let's get it. Let's get it. We turn this shit into a strip club.
I'm about to expose how child support is the biggest scam ever. Child support was once declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. And when you find a Supreme Court decision supporting your case, it's a wrap. And if you want to fact check me, it was declared unconstitutional in a Minnesota Supreme Court ruling for violating the separation of powers required by the Minnesota Constitution in Article 3, Section 1. And furthermore, child support agencies' actions are also unconstitutional, and yes, due to lack of probable cause. And you don't even have to worry about case law at all. Just quote everything that I just said, put that in a notice, and send that notice to the clerk of court, and send it to the child support agency with your case number. And make sure you notarize all those documents so they can't say this wasn't you. You can learn how to legally close your own.
So, if I live in Virginia, what does a Minnesota Supreme Court ruling like?
Own child support case by holding the child support agency accountable to their own law.
All right, so let's move on to the next point because you're not answering the first question. So the next point, let's have a conversation about this child support stuff. Where did you learn that child support was unconstitutional?
Hold on. Oh shit, I'm lagged. I'm over here. Okay.
Is he just going?
So where did you learn that child support?
I literally think you're muted like this whole time because I haven't got to talk. I'm a very calm person.
I think he's doing it.
Okay, do you want to answer the question about the trust account?
If you gonna pull pussy shit like that, bro, we're not gonna do
you like to talk about the trust account?
You just muting us, bro. If we was on a real live,
answering the questions and you're talking to somebody else on your live on Instagram. If you answer the question,
no, and then he's gonna say we're not talking about the trust accounts.
You're not. You haven't.
What we were doing. We're canceling out debt. You're so
how?
Everybody use
what account
or niche.
How?
He talking about, you teaching people about the trust account. Whenever have I said, there's a trust account you can withdraw from and deposit from?
I didn't say that. I never said the deposit. You talked about the trust account. I only asked you about where did you find out about the trust account. That's all I asked.
That shit.
So talk about the trust account then.
Okay, so for you to verify information with us, ask me some questions. What you need? I'm answering just like you want.
Perfect. Where did you find out about the trust accounts?
So hold on, and this we're marketing. Look what he's doing. He's trying to market to make himself look good. This is not working. You just put up a white man on the screen that nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
That's the problem. That's the problem. The stuff that you're saying in your ads derive from that white man you don't know.
You're rocking with the best.
That's the point. It's basically that's JT's whole point. That what was in your ads, 1099, buy a car, all that, pay your bills out, it derived from that white man. That's the whole point, bro. That's the point that you're not getting.
No.
Not one person.
Right, of course not. Of course not, because you don't know the history of the movement you're a part of.
That's what he say. He said, of course not, because you don't know the history of the movement you're a part of. That's the whole point. None of them do. They never go back and do the history. It's always start from today. And listen, here's the thing, y'all. It's always going to be some type of, I'm telling you, low-hanging fruit. Get out of your debt for free. Don't pay your bills. Don't pay your electric bills. Don't pay your light bill. Get large refunds from fraudulent withholders for that. And I mean, I get who don't like free stuff. Who wouldn't want to live in a house they ain't got to pay mortgage on? Like, come on, man. But that is it's like a poverty mindset that I'm in so much poverty, have no way out, have no nothing, so I got to grasp at straws. And the low-hanging fruit is who this appeals to.
UCC code, what is we're actually talking about, was made way before 2000. These are real laws.
But you are misapplying and misinterpreting what you think is real laws. I guarantee you, if I was to sit down with that young lady and let her talk, she's going to use the same UCC codes. But if I asked her, what's the state version of it? Oh, no. Because they all run to the General Washington, D.C. UCC. Not knowing that each state has made their own set of UCC laws, which is codified in their state law. But do you think they ever cite their state law UCC when they need to rely on it? No, they're citing UCC 1-201. See, me, I cite VA code. See, I cite this. VA code 6.2-303. I'm not citing UCC 303. See what I'm saying? It's like stuff like that. It's just, y'all, I'm trying to tell you this. If y'all don't wake up, and I say y'all, I'm saying, Jeff, if y'all don't wake up and take this serious and get your proper understanding, get your proper foundation, you're going to be spinning your wheels in these spaces forever. And to the point that you get so discouraged that you go back to your regular life and you give up on it. In the midst of that time, you have wasted so many good, productive years where you could have been increasing your understanding, increasing your knowledge, and putting yourself in a position to navigate effectively in this complex financial world.
You said the universal commercial code. You said the universal commercial code.
You answer the question about the trust account, or I got to move on to the next question.
Everything. You saying this was made in the 2000s?
The redemption movement started in the 2000s by that guy, Roger Elvick. You can Google it to find out yourself.
No, it didn't.
No. I got clients.
She said it didn't. Oh my gosh, they're real young. They gotta be. Oh, they don't even know. She has no clue. They don't even know. She doesn't even know its origins. It says, no, it didn't. Wow.
I got clients right now, and y'all can comment on my live that's in my program. I got clients that's been canceling out debt for years, way before I was born. This method ain't new, bro. This method ain't new.
Whatever. Let's move on. You clearly don't want to answer the question. So let's just move on. Where did you learn? Hold on, I gotta mute you. You can't talk over the host. Where did you learn that child support is unconstitutional. That's why I like to know. Where did you learn the child support?
You learn a trust account? Where did you learn? No, everybody, even your broke ass got it. It's at the Depository Trust Company.
That's same old talking points. I knew it. It's the same old.
You're rocking with the best.
They all say that. Oh, it's like the DTC. Register your birth certificate with the DTC. She ain't say nothing new. Oh my God.
DTC 55 Water Street. Every man with hands and legs has a UCC.
That's 55 Waters. That's in the redemption manual. They got the letters, those little templates that you sent to the DTC back in 1999. You are citing things from the redemption manual that derived from that white man, and you don't even realize it, sister. Sister, you don't even realize it. You don't even realize everything you just said to the redemption manual. Wow.
One out on them right now. Where do you think we got the $14 trillion to send to fucking, like, bro? You have a fucking social security card. You have a birth certificate. They
Right.
made a bond out of it and put it into trust.
Hold on, let me ask him this question.
Straight from the redemption manual. Y'all am I the only one that's hearing this? Straight from the redemption manual. Straight
You're
from the
rocking
redemption
with the
manual.
best.
Straight from the redemption manual. I mean, word for word. And you don't even know that what you just said derived from the early teachers of Roger Elvick in the redemption movement. Everything is that straight out the redemption manual.
He don't understand.
If you so knowledgeable, you really think every United States citizen owns their real live birth record and their live birth certificate? Let me ask him that.
He doesn't know.
The fact of the matter is, bro, don't even answer because you don't fucking know.
He doesn't know.
Lotto,
he doesn't know
listen,
what we're
man.
talking about.
Wow.
He's talking about a
That's
Roger
what I'm saying
Irving.
there. No, let him answer.
You're 23 years
Wow.
old, and I know you probably watched a few YouTube videos or went to a seminar. But what I'm trying to express to you, listen, what they taught you is factually incorrect. This stuff does not work. There's a long trail of people who bought into the scam like you did. Like at first, I wasn't sure if you was a grifter who knew this stuff didn't work and you were just supporting it, or you was a victim who actually believes that it works. I'm still a little undecided, but I'm gonna just lean on the side of you actually believe this works.
Wow. All right. Watch this. Marcel James Amar Wood, July 21st, 2022, in the Court of Federal Claims. Sua sponte dismissal. That means right on arrival. Plaintiff alleged that the United States was and is acting as a custodian of its estate pursuant to the Cestui V Act of 1666. The same thing Manta was saying. It presumed that he was dead or had abandoned his estate. Further letters presumptively did not abandon his estate. It should be compensated the interest from the estate from the United States. Bankruptcy, House Joint Resolution 192. There's no money. Everything, the fees, fee schedule. Over sideline, birth certificate registration number. Affidavit of knowledge and fact, affidavit of life. And guess what? Watch this. Watch this. These plaintiff at best court can discern is premised on his interpretation of his status as a person who is alive who may be presumed dead. His contention that his birth certificate does not accurately reflect his existence, and his assertion that his estate, Marcel James Lamar Wood, requires him to be compensated by the United States. These are sovereign citizen type arguments where such plaintiffs attempt to convince courts that their status as sovereign citizens differs from the status of the fictional individuals identified by the birth certificates or social security numbers. Often, a sovereign citizen plaintiff will argue that his or her birth certificate evidence is a trust and that he or she has the right to collect funds in that trust from the United States. See Davenport versus United States, 2017. Stating that proponents of the sovereign citizen theory allege that their security interest results in the creation of an individual trust account and attempt to claim the funds in that account by suing the United States. Rivera versus United States, noting that a sovereign citizen may assert that he or she is sovereign, not a United States citizen, and therefore is entitled to obtain certain funds under a theory known as redemption. Ma'am, that court case, it's a little bit of that court case. That's your whole argument. That's your whole argument right there. In that court case, I didn't even finish it because I don't have to finish it because I already know what it's going to say. It's going to say everything y'all saying. But the only difference between what the court's going to say and what y'all saying is the court's going to finish up with a denied, court case affirmed, sentence and conviction affirmed. No vacate, no overturn, no. The court throws the case out against the defendant because it never happens. And they didn't even know the origins.
But the reality is it doesn't work. There are no secret trust accounts that you can use to pay off your debts. It doesn't work like that. But to make this interview somewhat successful, we're going to move on to the next question. You talked about how child support was unconstitutional. How did you learn and what are you using to back up the claim that child support is unconstitutional? To make this interview somewhat...
Hold on. Everybody on my left can hear. Hold on. Can you hear me? V, where do you work at? What is the company you work at right now?
AES.
Hey, okay, no, don't just say AES. What is A? Turn that off.
None of what she's going to say matters when everybody gets their shit reversed. None of what she says matters, man. Or if you want to try it, go ahead. Hope it works for you. But it does not take away the fact that 99.99% of people within 90 days get their accounts reversed. Or sometimes the service is shut off completely.
Let them hear this. What is AES?
What you mean? It's the utility company.
No, I don't. I know you think I'm stupid right now. No, tell them right. Say that again. She said, "What do you mean?" Say it again.
What you mean? Where you at from?
I'm asking you where you work because I'm trying to prove a point. Where do you work and what do they do? What do y'all do?
I work for AES. We a utility company.
Okay, so you're a utility company. Now, the people through my program, have I been seeing remittance coupons all through that motherfucker, canceling out utility bills?
Yeah.
That's all. I'm sorry.
It's great evidence, man. Listen. Calling somebody up on the phone.
No. I can't. I mean, it's a utility bill, so I would never try for the same fact that I just pay my utility bills. I don't know about the rest. I have no. But what do y'all think about what you just said? can't. If she lying or telling the truth, I wouldn't know. But would she say AES?
Listen, that's top tier stuff. That's top tier stuff. You, sir, you're in the wrong profession. You should absolutely be arguing in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. With that level of evidence that you're able to provide to win an argument, you're in the wrong business, man. You shouldn't be fixing credit. You shouldn't be canceling debt. You should be fighting for reparations in front of the Supreme Court, because that was an amazing display of providing evidence. But let's go to the next question. Next question is child support. How did you learn and what evidence do you have that say that child support is unconstitutional?
What? I'm sure. Listen, y'all. What can I do?
This man is blasphemous.
Sillyville company on the phone. What do you want me to do?
All right, well, I'm gonna play the clip one more time because clearly, I mean, you don't want to answer the question, so I've got to ask the question and back it up through what you actually say on tape, because you don't want to have the conversation live. So let's take a look and see what you had to say about child support, because that seems a little bit odd to me. So let's get
it. Let's get it. We turn.
So she said AES. She works for AES, utility company. So let me just do AE. She said she works for AES, right? Right? Is that what she said down in the group, right? Yeah, AES. All right.
Thank you for calling AES Indiana's customer service.
She said AES, right?
We're currently experiencing higher than normal call volume, which could increase your wait time. Please consider using our self-service options to complete your account transaction.
Since she works for AES.
Both our automated system and website, www.aesindiana.com,
Let's just see.
are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We appreciate your patience and apologize for any inconvenience. Para español, oprima el número 6.
Let's just AES. That's what I heard.
If you've received a notice of possible service disconnection, know that help is available. Please press 1 for additional information.
AES,
Your
utility.
feedback is extremely important to us. Would you help us by answering a few questions immediately following your call that will only take a few minutes of your time? Please press 1 for yes or 2 for no.
Not today.
Thank you. This call may be monitored or recorded for quality and training purposes. To report a safety emergency outage or street light out, please press 1. For billing, payments, and payment extensions, press 2. If you are moving and need to start, stop, or... If you are calling about your AES Indiana account, please press 1. If you are calling about someone else's AES Indiana account, please press 2.
I guess.
Do you know the account number you would like to access? Please press 1 for yes or 2 for no. Please hold while we transfer you to the next available customer service agent. The following information is for our customers who are calling about Indiana's Energy Assistance Program, or EAP. You can get started by applying online or scheduling an appointment with your EAP provider. Please use your web browser to visit www.ehcda.in.gov to apply online. Again, that's www.ehcda.in.gov. You can also hang up 211 from your phone. Press 5 from the menu for assistance or to schedule an appointment. Please do not go to EAP location until you have received an appointment.
I'm gonna play it. Somebody come online. I'll pause it.
This shit into a strip club. I'm about to expose how child support is the biggest scam ever. Child support was once declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. And when you find a Supreme Court decision supporting your case, it's a wrap. And if you want to fact check me, it was declared unconstitutional in a Minnesota Supreme Court ruling for violating the separation of powers required by the Minnesota Constitution in Article 3, Section 1. And furthermore, child support agencies' actions are also unconstitutional, and yes, due to lack of probable cause. And you don't even have to worry about case law at all. Just quote everything that I just said, put that in a notice, and send that notice to the clerk of court, and send it to the child support agency with your case number. And make sure you notarize all those documents so they can't say this wasn't you. You can learn how to legally close your own child support case by holding the child support agency accountable to their own law.
Bill has a negative sign in front of the amount that is owed, and if it does not.
All right, so they said that, you know, well, not they, he said, Tay Lotto said to check and fact check them about how child support was unconstitutional. Well, I took you up on that offer, Tavon.
Hey, JT petty as shit on the low.
I took you up on that offer, and I decided to actually fact check what you said was the Supreme Court saying that child support is unconstitutional. So let me bring to the stage the actual case that you claimed said that child support was unconstitutional. Let me explain a few things to you, Tavon. I know you're 23. And I know the public school system has failed many generations. So let me take you back to social studies for just a moment to understand how things work. Number one, you citing a case in the Supreme Court of Minnesota means absolutely nothing to a person who lives in another state. So let's just say on face value.
I just said the same thing. I was like, if I live in Virginia, how can I come into a Virginia court saying in Minnesota
that the Supreme Court of Minnesota did say that child support is unconstitutional? Let's just say, I'm just going to give you that. What does that mean to a person who lives in Florida? What does that mean to a person who lives in California? What does that mean to someone in New York or Texas?
Hey, brother, we not disputing the fact whether you got money or not. That's not the point. You having money or not, you look like you're doing very well for yourself. Keep it up. Whatever you're doing, if it's legal, whatever, don't even matter. It's just based on the information that you're putting out. That's JT's whole thing. It's based on the information you're putting out.
Absolutely nothing. Because the Supreme Court of a particular state only has power over that particular state. Okay? So let's just put that out there. Now, next, let's actually look at what they said in this case. Did they say that child support is unconstitutional? No, they did not say that child support is unconstitutional. If you actually read the case, listen, I was 23 one time too. Believe it or not, I'll be 40 in about a month or so, but I was 23 one time too. And I know how it is to be 23. If you actually read the case, you would know that the Supreme Court of Minnesota did not say that child support is unconstitutional. That's not what happened. The Supreme Court said that the way that they were administrating the child support system was unconstitutional.
That is a big difference. between child support being unconstitutional and not having to pay versus how it's being administered. How child support's being administered has no effect on whether you'll be ordered to pay child support. You still gonna have to pay. How they administer, they may have to switch it up.
And here's why. When a person would be put up on child support, meaning they had like a case, someone was put on child support and they had to figure out, does he really have to be on child support?
The truth, young lady, why are you, what? No, this is the point. This is the point right here. Y'all making faces and doing all that when the facts are right here. The facts are right here. So you can't be like, no. Your ad said child support is unconstitutional. That's the ad. So we're going to stick right on what you said in the ad. And this, apparently, is the Supreme Court of Minnesota, in which the same Supreme Court of Minnesota you said that you could use in any child case. Me personally, I didn't believe it when I saw the ad. I didn't believe it. I knew it wasn't true for the simple fact that what Minnesota does, what they do in Minnesota has no governor on what they do in Alaska or Washington or Virginia or Maryland or North Carolina or South Carolina. Each state has their own laws that governs the administration of child support. So I can't walk into a New York courtroom saying, well, in Minnesota, it just doesn't work that way.
Support, how much child support it should be. When that would happen, it happened through the executive branch of government. Okay. Once again, we got to go back to grade school social studies. There are 3 branches of government. There is the executive branch, there is the judicial branch, and then there is the legislature. Okay. Now, what the Supreme Court of Minnesota said is that the executive branch cannot function as the judicial branch.
Exactly. That's
meaning
judicial branch.
Having a court-like system that was ran by someone who was not a part of the judicial branch of the government. So in this case, what they did was they said, listen, the government, the local government has to change the law. They have to update it so that no longer an executive branch government official is over the proceedings of the child support. They put in here that a judge would appoint a magistrate over the proceedings. That's it. That's all this case says. It does not say that child support is illegal or that people shouldn't be on child support and the government doesn't have the power to talk about child support or put people on child support. It doesn't say that. It simply said a procedural issue was going on. The wrong branch of government was over what we would consider the child support case. That's all it said. Then they changed the law. Now it's in the judicial branch that's over it, and child support never stopped in the state of Minnesota. It never stopped. It's still there. So once again, it just shows I don't think you have the research skills that you believe you do, because child support is constitutional. There's no state that claims that it's unconstitutional, and the U.S. Supreme Court does not say that it's unconstitutional. Tay Lotto, what do you have to say about this?
Erase that shit off a credit report.
Okay, what about the child support? What'd you say?
You gotta understand. Like, he keep muting us
because you're not.
A credit report that has nothing to do with you saying the child support is unconstitutional. See what I'm saying? It's like
answering the questions, but I'm giving you the opportunity to answer the question now. What about the child support? Do you want to back the child support claim now?
I don't have to be on here. He only provides for his family through these weak ass promotions, these $9, $2, all this, and then he's trying to promote all this bullshit.
That has nothing to do with the question he asked you. You said child support was illegal, unconstitutional. He presented evidence that no, that's not what it said. So do you have anything to say about that? And of course, they never do.
He won't even let us go.
All right. So we'll go to the next one. We'll go to the next one because you don't want to answer that question. Let's go to the next one. I believe you were talking about taxes, and
that means your utility bill is already paid off.
Trust account.
By your trust account that you don't even know.
Not the trust accounts. We're not going to talk about the trust accounts again because you don't want to talk about the trust accounts. But we do want to talk about estate planning. We want to have a conversation about trust law because you make some claims here about, you know, people being able to not pay taxes. So let's see what you said about the not paying taxes.
This is how to legally finesse the IRS and never pay taxes. First, you want to open a trust because the IRS says that the trustee cannot buy personal food, experiences, or fashion. But guess what? One of the levers in the trust is the fact that as the trustee, I can sell all of my personal assets to the trust. And I can do all of that when the trust is first established. Now that the trust owns everything, all of those personal expenses that I had now belongs to the trust, and I have now reduced all of my personal liabilities. And guess what? Now that the trust owns all the bullshit, it's going to use tax deferred money to pay for all of the stuff that I personally own. So remember, you want to own nothing but control everything, and you want to set up a trust and sell everything to that trust so you can own nothing but control everything.
Okay. Got taxable transfers. The gift tax applies to a transfer by way of gift, whether transfer is in trust or otherwise, whether the gift is direct or indirect, or whether property is real or personal, tangible or intangible. For example, a taxable transfer may be affected by the creation of a trust, the forgiving of a debt, the assignment of a judgment, the assignment of a benefits of insurance policy, or the transfer of cash, certificates of deposit, federal, state, municipal bonds, statutory exempt bonds and bills, notes, bills, certificate of indebtedness of the federal government or its agencies, or interest thereon are therefore from taxation are not applicable to the gift tax, since gift tax is an excise tax on the transfer and it's not a tax on the subject of the gift. That's Treasury bills, exempt bonds. But this right here talks about transfers in general, taxable transfer. So whether you transfer in the trust or not.
All right. Some looks like some tax advice from Tayvon Carr. So Tayvon, where did you study tax law and trust law? Tay? Maybe you didn't. Tayvon, where did you learn tax
I got a certified CPA.
Huh?
Because I make real money.
I didn't hear the answer. Where did you learn tax law?
I have a certified CPA because I make real money. I know exactly how my money flows.
Right.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me correct you. I didn't go to college like a dumbass. I'm not a stupid person that went to college.
I understand.
With that being said, I have a certified CPA because I make real money. I have a trust. I have a holding company that owns my LLCs. And if anybody in this chat want to know how to, okay, he's shaking his head. Can I get a vouch for that?
No, not at all. I'm just happy that you're kind of answering the question. You're wrong on what you're talking about. Don't misunderstand me nodding my head. I don't want you to do that. Don't misunderstand me nodding my head.
3 banks. If you make real money,
tell me how does trust get taxed? How does a trust get taxed?
A holding company will hold all your shit.
Ain't our question?
Will hold your own.
He said, "How does a trust get taxed?" Great question. Because a lot of people running around here saying, set up a trust. You don't ever got to pay taxes. Don't know shit about trust tax law.
Holding company. So if somebody ever tries to do government against you and bring your brand down,
it's not the question.
I'm trying. Listen, pocket watchers. Listen, I'm trying. I do this for you. I do this for you guys. I'm trying. Let me ask him one more time. Tay Lotto, Tavon Carr, how does a trust get taxed? Because you just said in the video that if you open up a trust and you sell all your stuff to the trust, you will not have to be taxed. Shit. So now I'm asking you the follow-up question. How does a trust get taxed?
Okay. Hold on. So he just asked me, how can a trust be taxed? On this live, I'm going to explain how to never pay fucking taxes ever again. And I'm explaining. If you pay tax, me, and I say, this bank statement says $72,191. If all I have to do is go to Facebook ads and market my business, and guess what? I have wiped out my full tax bracket for that month. Am I right? I invested the money in my business.
That's not the question I asked.
This money
is
not the question I asked. And boom, you don't have to pay the question I asked. So I grew my business at the same time.
That's not the question I asked you. How does a trust get taxed?
The question is, how does a trust get taxed?
I still don't have to get the money to the IRS.
How does a trust get taxed?
Hold on. Let him. What'd you say?
How does a trust get taxed? You're not answering the question. How does a trust get taxed?
No. He's trying to. No, you're trying, bro. Don't do that.
That's the same question I just asked you. I didn't change the question. It's the same question.
We're talking about an LLC.
No, we're not. We're talking about a trust.
No, I'm telling everybody how to never pay.
Bruh, but in the ad, I ain't gonna lie. This is the first time I've seen someone have direct words in the ad. And as soon as someone asks a direct question which relates to the direct words someone said in a direct ad, it's been this evasiveness. I've never seen this before. Wow.
Taxes again. Don't go around.
I do this for y'all. I want you to understand. I do this for y'all. I just want to show you. This is the mentality of a person who claims to be financially literate. So financially literate that he presents classes to others.
He can never
All
answer.
right. So I'm gonna give him one more shot. We'll see if this works.
Tell you all the information.
How does a trust get taxed? Because you said if you put all your stuff in the trust, you never have to pay tax again. How does a trust get taxed? How does a trust get taxed?
Say it again.
How does a trust?
You broke out. You completely broke out. What the fuck is wrong? Hold on.
How does a trust get taxed?
Okay, boom. Now I hear you. So you still asking the same question.
Yeah, because you never answered.
The question is, Sir Lotto, how do you never pay taxes again?
But okay, there's still no material difference in whether you, as an individual. Never mind.
If you make money.
Would you like to answer my question? Or are you going to answer the question you asked yourself?
Do you want me to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I'd like you just to answer. Just answer my question. That's all.
I'm going to answer my question because it's a way 100% better question. I can tell.
That's not how this works. That's not how this works. You don't answer your own question. You answer the question that I ask you one more time. And that's it. One more time. How does a trust get taxed? Right? Because you say here in this video, but let me play it again because maybe you're not hearing your self-talk, right? Maybe you're not hearing your self-talk because you're not talking about LLCs and writing off all your expenses.
That and to JT point, that's a good point. You did not say what you're saying now in the ad. The ad is trust not being taxed. You didn't say LLC. If I make money here and do this and put it in advertising, that's not in the ad. Did you even watch this after you fucking made the ad?
Is, you know, if you have $72,000 worth of income one month, you do $72,000 worth of ads, and now you don't have any income. That's not the example that you gave. Let me show you the example that you gave, which is the premise of my question.
This is how to legally finesse the IRS and never pay taxes. First, you want to open a trust because the IRS says that the trustee cannot buy personal food, experiences, or fashion. But guess what? One of the levers in the trust is the fact that as the trustee, I can sell all of my personal assets to the trust. And I can do all of that when the trust is first established. Now that the trust owns everything, all of those personal expenses that I had now belongs to the trust, and I have now reduced all of my personal liabilities. And guess what? Now that the trust owns all the bullshit, it's going to use tax deferred money to pay for all of the stuff that I personally own. So remember, you want to own nothing but control everything, and you want to set up a trust and sell everything to that trust so you can own nothing but control everything.
All right, so here we go again. In that short video, you said a lot of stuff, but you never talked about LLCs and ad. No. You talked about specifically setting up a trust, putting all the stuff that you own in that trust and never having to pay tax again. So once again, for the last time,
I will answer everything.
Could you explain how trust and tax law work?
Everything for you. Okay, boom. When you said okay, boom. So when you're setting up a trust, hold on, let me turn this down. When you're setting up a trust, you can do it on the irs.gov just like a normal business. It is not hard. That's number one. That's his first question. How do you set up a trust and how do you tax a trust? Now, with that being said, a trust is taxed almost identical to a person. It's almost identical to a person. But just like we teach in our program, protect yourself by all costs. Protect yourself. So with that being said, you open up the trust. Then you make your holding company. Then your LLCs that everyone loves to talk about, you put those in the holding company. And the trust is taxed almost just like an individual. But the only difference here is you are fully protected. If anything happens to your business with you or without you in the business, you're fully protected.
So you're still paying tax.
To answer your question. Now,
so you're still paying tax.
Going back.
So you're still paying tax.
Anything I just gave your audience for completely free on how to never pay taxes again. Is that true or false?
You just said that you, what do you mean never pay tax again? The trust is paying the tax. Taxes are still being paid. What are you talking about?
Bro, answer the question. Answer
He's
the
just
question.
so silly.
What's the question?
No, answer the
What's
question.
the question?
So you're telling me, as the financial advisor you are, you're telling me that I can't run, if I make $100,000, $100,000 in a month, I can't run ads and spend $50,000 of that money in ads, and the IRS won't wipe out my tax bill? You're telling me that right now.
I never said that.
They won't count that.
I
as
never
an
said
absolute
that.
deduction to my business.
What are you talking about? See, I've never said that. You're trying to present an argument that I never made. You're talking about business expenses. I clearly asked you about trust. You in the video talk about putting all your stuff into a trust so you never have to pay tax again. But the trust, even if that was to work, and what you're talking about, it won't work that way. But let's just suspend our logic for a moment and dive into the make-believe land where you live. Even if you were to put your stuff in the trust would still have to pay tax.
Facts.
That's big facts. And you just put that up. There you go.
You're paying, the trust is going to pay the tax on the transfer. The trust pays taxes, whether it's by gift, transfer and trust, or otherwise the gift is direct or indirect. And even if you sell it to the
It don't
trust,
matter what it is. As long as
being
it's
taxed
transferred,
on the
it's
transaction.
taxed. Right. It could be fake, real, invisible. It don't matter.
It's
paying
still going to be
taxes.
taxed. Now, you may have your trust set up where there's current distributions of the trust assets. And then in that point, the trust passes on the taxes to the beneficiaries.
Either way, you're still paying taxes.
Either way.
Either way, right. So it's like, if you're trying to do this to try to get away and let the trust, like, no, then how it worked, man. You still, if it's a pass through, then like you said, beneficiaries got to pay. You got to pay. Like, ain't no way around that, man.
Like, bro, I studied the trust setups for multi-billion-dollar corporations. The trust is not paying tax because the tax is being passed on to the beneficiaries. That's why they get a Schedule K-1. This is why. Showing the beneficiaries' share of income, deductions, or credits. And the beneficiary attaches this form to their tax return. Beneficiary share of income, deductions, credits. And depending on the income, the beneficiary will pay the taxes on their tax return. If, they have, X amount of credits and deductions. But it's so easy to limit your tax liabilities with depreciations, deductions, pass-throughs, K-1s. You can literally reduce your taxes to a minimal portion.
That don't mean you're still not gonna pay some. And that's the whole thing these damn cats don't get. Like, come on, you think the IRS gonna, man.
I mean, minimal. And if your taxes get reduced to zero, it's because you took enough depreciations, your expenses, your depreciations are greater than your taxable income. The problem with having your taxes go all the way to zero if you're a business person is when you go for financing and all that, and you show that you're not making a profit, or you're taking all these L's, most companies financing, corporate finances, are going to look at your business as not being profitable. So in the Supreme Elite Team group, we get around all that by delinking corporate financing, delinking the creditworthiness of the entity receiving finances from the assets of that trust that's being pledged to secure the finances. That is top level, multi-billion-dollar game right there.
You're rocking with the best.
Want to know why? Because all the top billion-dollar corporations do it. So when I'm in Rome, I do what the Romans do.
So it's not as if taxes aren't being paid. They're just being paid in another name.
We just went over that, Tony, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's
we literally just went over that. That's what this means.
Yep, facts. Trust is a pass-through. Just some other entity, someone else paying this shit.
One to the other. Pass it on from the
paid.
trust to the beneficiary, or passed on to the partnership. It could pass on from the trust to the LLC to the partnership and down to the partners.
It's gonna land somewhere, and
it's gonna land somewhere, and somebody's paying the tax.
It's gonna be paid right. That's it.
I could pass it all the way through. Where it lands, I don't care, as long as I'm passing it through me to somebody else.
Boy, these cats got a long way to go.
What and the thing my bad. Let me go back for a second. My bad, y'all.
Even if you were to put all of your stuff in the trust would still have to pay tax. So it's not as if taxes aren't being paid. They're just being paid in another name. And once again, do you understand how trusts are taxed?
How you doing this, bro? You ain't got money.
You don't have
just like the
money.
Jamaican.
Come on, that motherfucking excuse, man. Don't got no money. Don't got this.
What does that have to do with anything?
None. And his money just comes from scamming people. So it ain't like he legitimately got investment.
I get it. JT, he's a licensed certified financial planner. I mean, the man ain't broke.
Yeah, but he ain't, you feel me? He well off.
Right, he good. But it's like, why, and let's just say JT was broke. I highly doubt he is. But let's just say he was. Why is that the answer to a very legitimate question? See, that's that young mentality, man. We got to get out this, how much cash on hand you have right now. Because most millionaires and billionaires keep very minimal cash on hand. Most people be thinking, Elon Musk worth $100 billion that he got. And this is how it's so sad how the financial illiteracy in our community, how rampant it is. But most people look at Elon Musk and actually think he has $100 billion in his checking account. You see what I'm saying? Like most people in our community, the only two accounts that matters to them is what's in their checking and savings. No, for real, that is very sad. No investment accounts, no brokerage accounts, no Roths accounts, no IRA accounts, no high yielding interest savings account, no CDs, no TOs, no term option accounts, no nothing. Checking, savings. and Federal Reserve notes cash on hand. That's it.
Can do with 6 million.
All right, we've got to drop them because they don't quite understand. So let me answer the question. Let me answer the question because people, it's sad. Now, listen, I still have hope because he's 20-something years old. He's 23 years old. I still have hope that he might get it. But let me put up on the screen here how stuff actually works. So, I'm sorry, wrong screen. Here we go. This right here is the tax return that a trust has to file. Okay? Tax return that a trust has to file. Now, let's say for a moment, right? Let's say for a moment that you attempt to do what Tay Lotto suggests that you do. What would happen? Most people don't realize this because most of you don't have to deal with tax laws dealing with trust.
Right.
I do. Let me explain to you how silly and ridiculous this little piece of advice is. Trusts are taxed higher than individuals are taxed generally.
That's a fact.
Let me explain why. The highest tax bracket in the United States federally
37%.
is 37%.
37%.
Right?
Yeah.
37%.
Yeah.
That's the highest tax bracket. Now, the question you should be asking yourself is, JT, how much money do I have to make to be taxed at 37%?
I think that's like either 250,000 to 300,000, between that range, I think.
Well, if you're single, not married, if you are single, if you make $539,000, just a little under $540,000.
Figure that. I thought you were talking about in a trust. Yeah, man, this 2022 now. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
You make within 1 year. And I'm not talking about
because very few people are being taxed at 37%. Most you'll see is like 24%. Very few people are taxed at 37%.
a business owner and you gross that. No, I'm talking about the net.
Oh, okay.
If you make just under $540,000, you will be taxed at 37%. Now, if you're married, you have to make $647,000 to be taxed at 37%. Now, what about a trust? What's the tax bracket for a trust? Get ready. Here's the shocker. The tax bracket for a trust is 37%. And you don't have to make $500,000 a year.
Right.
You can make $14,000 a year in a trust, and you'll be taxed 37%. So while he's trying to give tax advice of how you'll never have to pay tax again, in the very example that he is giving, most of you probably pay somewhere between 20 to 24%.
Yep.
You will be paying 37%. You could be a person who makes $35,000.
So all these people online that saying get a trust, 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 trust, 37% clip.
$1,000 a year. If you were being taxed as a trust, the way that he's saying, you would be taxed 37% on $35,000 a year.
Wow.
Pray for him. Just pray for him. They'll get it. Listen, I was 23 at one point. I wasn't this wild and crazy when I was 23, but I was 23 once before too. This is just another example of, listen, don't take these internet people seriously. It's all entertainment. Who you really should be mad at, not the 23-year-old. Don't be upset at the 23-year-old. Be upset at World Star Hip Hop, the people who is giving him a voice. World Star Hip Hop, once again, has over 40 million followers on Instagram where he runs his ads. As I clearly demonstrated, everything that he was saying in those ads were false, patently just wrong. Either through,
and that is, no, all jokes aside, regardless of whether he believes it's true or she believes it's true, regardless of if they really believe it or whether they scamming or not, regardless of that, everything in those ads were 100% wrong. Just 100% wrong. None of that was accurate. And that's dangerous because you have millions of people viewing that, and they'll hear buzzwords like free, account, you didn't know about it, it's yours, I can pay for
Don't
things.
gotta pay.
Right, I don't gotta pay. I could use a tax form as a method of payment. Like, those buzzwords are going to resonate with a lot of people, especially the ones that are at or below the poverty line. So they don't mind risking a $500, $800, $1,000 if the return on that $1,000 is going to be this extraordinary remedy. See what I'm saying? The problem is, a lot of them don't even have that 500 to 1,000 or whatever to actually lose. It's hard for them to turn around and walk away from it and take that loss. So when that compounds on top of the fact that a lot of that shit they paid for is dead on arrival, woo wee, sheesh. Only thing I can say is, it sucks not to be in the Supreme Elite team.
You're rocking with the best.
There was this lady in Jacksonville. She just did 900. They got her 900 fraudulent tax returns.
You said 900?
900
fraudulent tax returns?
Fraudulent tax returns, 900.
God almighty.
I found out about this yesterday. So they put her name, and I went to her Facebook group, like her Facebook page, not group. She was crashing out because she knows she's screwed. She was crashing out. She's like, oh, y'all snitching, blah, blah.
When you mean crashing out, do you mean, can you post that in the back chat for me?
Yeah. I'll post.
What's that in the back chat for me? And to answer this question, when you mean crashing out, do you mean like blaming others, not taking accountability?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Making personal threats and all type of crazy stuff. Yep, that's exactly that. But yeah, I'm gonna post it. Hold on.
And that's supposed to be a professional, right? Y'all, in case people don't realize,
yeah, she's
98% of what people are selling you is nothing more than to keep them afloat. Y'all paying their bills. Hope they realize that. But put that in the back chat. Tony, I gotta take care of a few things. That was pretty much the end of it. I hope you not you, but I hope these people take heed to good counsel and understanding because, bro, the recession is here. Most people are not going to understand to it. It's too late. But whatever the case may be, bro, we going to keep pushing. All right? Oh, and before we're going to end on this note, we are going to end on this note because unlike a lot of these teachers or gurus, I actually live what I preach. I don't just talk it, I live it.
Commitment to customer service. This call may be monitored or recorded. If you are a dealer or a
So
financial
we are
institution, please
out
press 1.
of court.
We have
The
automatically
lawsuit
found your
has been
account. To
filed.
verify your identity, please enter the last 4 digits of your social security number. Thank you. Your identity has now been verified. All representatives are still busy. Please hold while your call is being transferred to the next available representative.
Credit acceptance compliance team, this is Caprice. I may help you.
Yes, I'm calling about GLE 350. I informed credit acceptance of the pending lawsuit that I actually have what on my way to file now. So I don't want to talk about anything legal. I just want to see what the remaining balance, because I was actually trying to print off the payment history, as far as my attachments for, for the judge to see. And I'm not able to print off my payment history or the payments I made. And I was also trying to get the remaining balance feature for the print off as well. But I'm unable to see the remaining balance. It says NA. So those are the only questions I have. Just the remaining balance and NA status, the payoff history, payment information unavailable. So I'm just trying to see if what's the reason behind that, because I did send a detailed email to operations, and it seems like since Saturday I'm being routed to compliance and not just speaking to the regular representative, which is okay. So those it. You could provide it for me. That'd
Okay.
be good.
So who am I speaking with?
Lamont Thomas.
All right. And Mr. Thomas, just for security on the account,
Yeah.
can I have your date of birth and the zip code we have on file? All right. Is that
Yes.
still the best number, or do you want to update that?
No, that's the best number.
All right. Thank you so much for that information. And let's see here. The reason that you're not able to access the information through our customer portal is because of the email that we
Right.
or letter that we
Right.
received from
Right.
you.
Right.
That was actually escalated to our compliance team. So
You're rocking with the best.
whenever we have, an issue or we're
Right.
investigating something, we place everything on hold.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
But what I can do is I can actually email you a copy of your payment history if that's what you are
Yeah,
looking
yeah, that's
for.
cool. Yeah, just the payment history. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's cool.
Give me just one moment here.
All
Let me
right.
get that up here.
All right.
Okay, I'm almost wasted, and my drip is on the spaceship. One more sip, yes, I can taste it. Come to my exact location. I'm so tired of my probation, doing time forever.
They hate when you got low motion, boy. They hate it. They hate to see it, especially if it's coming in a way that they don't even understand or comprehend, or in a way, like if I'm saying, yo, their method, 98%, 99.9% of what you see on social media, that shit don't work. And then you see my journey, because I'm logging this whole credit acceptance deal, from creating the lawsuit, from the phone calls, from the email, to the account changes, to the lawsuit being officially filed. And none of what I'm arguing has anything to do with everything you see on social media, because everybody is doing the same variations of the same thing, and I'm doing something 100% totally different from them. They're like, no, the hell is what? You mean to tell me that I can't tender a fucking notice to them? You mean to tell me I can't submit this bill of exchange to pay it off? You mean to tell me I can't send them a 1099-A? You mean to tell me I paid all this money to set up my trust and transfer the contract into the trust and then cancel the debt? You mean to tell me you didn't, hold on, you didn't change your status? Nope. You sent them a 1099? Nope. Would you rescind the contract? Nope. You sent them a bill of exchange? Nope. What did you do? What did you do? You mean, so you ain't do the bill of exchange? Nope. You ain't do like the stub on your notice, the payment? Nope. You ain't do the remittance? Nope. You ain't you sent them a check in with the Federal Reserve routing number. So nope. Damn, what else? So you ain't do the 1099-C, did you? Nope. Oh, you must have did the B. Nope. And did you do the A? Nope. Hold on, you filed a lawsuit? Yeah. That's part of it. It's ongoing. Oh, you the modern money mechanics, you use that right? Nope. Hell nope. You did like the fraud on the contract and all that? Nope. Damn. They ain't you got them on the right to rescission? Nope. So, do you use the truth in lending? Not really. Not in the manner y'all do it. Man, I filed 5 federal lawsuits. It always get thrown out. Yeah, because you did it wrong. No, I did this. I did what you're saying I did. No, you didn't. It's done wrong. Because you possibly couldn't know. Let me see your lawsuit. I get it. Read the first 2 sentences. Yep, it's already done wrong. So you mean to tell me that all this stuff I've been trying has been wrong the whole time? Yep. It can't be. Why? Because you spent money on it? You're emotionally invested in it? Because you spent money on it? Well, I sent an injunction to the finance case. An injunction is something that is issued by the judge. Why are you sending an injunction to a fucking finance company? See why you're not winning? You see that right there? Well, what is it? Okay, let me tell you what it is. Basically, the way you think the system operates in a manner that you probably don't even know, never studied. So you know what that means? You're going to have to just stop Rebuild your foundation. Oh, no, I can't. It's going to take too much time. They're trying to take my house and stuff now. Well, you got options. You can either fight the way you want to fight, which you already know how that's going to go. You can hire a lawyer to fight for you. You can get someone that knows what they're talking about to put the documents together for you. But you can't get none of that on the bargain. Or you can take your losses, study, rebuild your foundation, and bounce back later on. Because I'm going to tell you what they didn't tell you. This is a long game. There's no quick process to do any of this. So if you want a time schedule, I don't know what to tell you. See, what they didn't tell you is you need to know advanced accounting. What's advanced accounting? It's a corporate term. They know what it means. You need to know advanced securities law. There's millions of securities and regulations. You need to know advanced tax law. What do you mean advanced tax law? I mean advanced tax law like corporate taxes. You need to know for a fact the corporate finance game. You need to understand that whatever they're saying on the contract is never what it really means. Even the language that you're reading right on its face, it's never what it really means. So there's 4 transactions going on at the same time. You got to break all 4 down to find your transaction, how it actually goes. Then you got to reconstruct the transaction to meet the reality of what really took place. Yep. See, this is what the teachers ain't tell y'all. So this is why you think that this is a quick 30-day process. No. See, they got you to think that the remedy is in the outcome. Like not having to pay a bill or getting out of a debt. See, that's what they made you believe, that the remedy was an outcome. What they didn't tell you that the remedy is understanding. That's the remedy. You don't get the remedy without understanding. And your teacher needs to understand the system the way they operate instead of filling your ears with buzzwords. Because what your teachers are doing, all they're really doing is just imposing their beliefs on that system. It just doesn't work. And this is one of the reasons why 99% of you will never get a remedy. You will never get it. Some of you, you just don't even need to try. Because you're never going to understand it. Because you don't even have the mindset to understand it. If I could speak to everybody that's in these spaces, 99% of you need to go back to your regular life and give this fantasy up. Because that's all it is a hope and a fantasy. You're never going to see it. You're never going to get it. And the problem is, it's sitting right in your face right now. It's sitting right in your face and you still don't see it. You still don't get it. You still don't understand it. You don't even know it's there. Talking about a damn remedy. You don't even know what the remedy is. So my final words is that 99% of y'all just need to go back to your normal life and give it up because you're never going to get it. Trust me. Some of you, you don't even have the mindset to even start to get it. Harsh words, but it's definitely reality.